Butterflies, or hello, I've already seen you this morning. Welcome to the intermediate gathering day routine where we do a head to toe. Get your blood moving, get your blood flowing so we can face the day a little more awake, a little more alive. So I took a little too long in the first one, so we're gonna have to really power through because I wanted to do a little bit of dance technique today. So we're gonna just kind of quickly go through some exercises just to get our bodies moving and move to our dance because I really want us to get going. It's such a fun dance. It's really nice. It's expressive and all that. So then your feet on the ground, like they're magnetized. Everything from your hips down is like a tree trunk, frozen, moving in and out, breathing in and breathing out, breathing in, breathing out, and then and out, and to the front, down, and to the front, down, to the front, and down. Yes. Shaking your head no. Make sure your head comes back to neutral each time. You start a new one. Coming back to neutral. And ear to shoulder. This is right at the top of your neck. Ear to shoulder. Ear to shoulder. And stretch. Sometimes I mean to move step through step a little more quickly, but then I think of one more thing I want to do instead of sticking to the plan. So that takes longer. And to the other side. Thanks, Cheryl. Thank you. And clasping your hands on the back. And the same thing, we're going to have a slam to it. If you have any neck issues, you want to leave this one alone. Just skip over it and we'll move on very quickly. And coming back up and to the side. And coming up, and let's do the middle one for time. And coming back up. And shoulders to ears. And back down. Shoulders to ears. Back down. Try and just move the shoulders. Your arms don't follow your shoulders. Try to do anything else, just that. And now let's do a cluster of three quickly. So shoulder, 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 and relax. And shoulder, 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 relax. Let's do another set. And shoulder, 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 and relax. So this is for isolations later on. We're going to be doing all kinds of shimmies and shakes, but I wanted us to just start getting into that mode now. So now I'm going to keep pretty much straight. So this is just my shoulders going one is forward, other forward, one is forward, other forward. Try not to lift them up as you go. Try to keep them down. This can be a very small movement. It doesn't have to be big. I do it a little larger so you can see it, but these can be very small movements. And now we're going to move, but this time cluster full four, four, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, and relax. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and relax. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and relax. So take your shoulders to the side. And then we're going to get a little bigger, but your hips are still in place. And it's kind of feel like you're going like lengthening and going over something. And stretch. And find a nice little and reach like somebody's grabbed your hands, pulling in that direction. Stretch there. And as you come up, feel like you're laying in the middle, going to the other side, and so you scrap your hands going over there. Nice and long. And let the music come up. Now we're gonna bend this knee, opposite knee, left knee. So I'm gonna bend on my right side. Same thing, lengthen it. Nice and long. So I'm just holding your hand. Well, the leg in the middle. Switch the leg. The other side. And lengthening. Come up. And move forward. Straighten up. Not doing up. And knees. Up. This time I want you to, as you bend your knees, I want you to try and flatten your lower back. And your knees and flatten your lower back. You can deliver farther out if that helps, but really what you do is feel that lower back. And next, let's just say left down here. And then we're going to let's go left today. Let's move to the left foot. And then to the right foot. And then reaching way over. And reaching over. And breath. And hands on my bed. And roll. And fingers opening and closing. And out. Wrist flapping back and forth. And to the side. Inwards. Looking outwards. And picking up just your elbow. Relax. Everything else is like spinning, like moving. Just hanging. No muscles, just elbows lifting and down. Just lifting. Relax. Elbows lifting. Relax. Elbows lifting. Relax. Elbows lifting. Relax. Elbows lifting. And relax. So we get that elbow isolated so that we feel where it is, so we can work for us when we start to do some arm work. And let's do a big arms one time. Feel like somebody is grabbing your hands and pulling them out in a big arc. And to the front. And lower arms. And keep it chicken wings. Just your elbows. Keep your shoulders down when you're doing this. And then we're going to move to the side. Keep those elbows in place. Open them up. Close them again. And down. Don't move your elbows once they're in place here. Out. Together. And elbows in place. Elbows in place. And move just the shoulders. Body. And with just the shoulders. And body. Let's see. So grab onto that chair table, counter, wall, and behind you, lean into that front leg. And just relax. Push it out, bring it closer. Weight is more towards the middle. You want to feel this back leg stretching as you go down. Swing this on the front and feel your toes towards your knee. On the floor and fan out your toes and squinch them up. Squinch your toes, squinch down, squinch down. And shifting the weight onto your right leg. Just to lift and lower your heel. Your leg. But bring it up. Nice quad stretch. Let's move my leg around a little bit. So just keep in one place. I feel a different stretch. Just have my bit of it. And to other leg. Okay, so then break this one this time. 4. That's my wish leg is starting. That's as long as you do both of them. Leaning into it. Stretch them out. Bring them closer together. And you want to feel a stretch in that back leg. And come to a lower calf. Swing it forward, toes to your knees. And around and squinching, fanning your toes out. And shifting your weight over your supporting leg and lift and lower. There you go. Hold it. Pushing down the quad. And feel around. Reset. Okay, shaking it out. Moving on to our core. Or maybe just doing kind of a standing crunch. And it feels like you're going to cramp a little, but then you're going to lengthen, right? And this part here to help you go. So let's do 14 of those. I'll count down and 14 and 13 and 12 and 11 and 10 and 9, 8, 7, lengthening each time. 6 and 5, lengthening this area here, and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And then back to the sky. I think it's just we're stretching out the muscles that are just working to relax in here. Maybe bending our knees. So we're gonna kind of tighten our entire leg before we start to bend. And you want your knees aligned so they go directly with your toes. And as we come up, feel like you have a book bounce down your head and you're pushing the ground away from you. Instead of you coming up, you are moving the ground away. So tighten up your legs, knees going over your toes, pushing the ground away. Legs tightening, knees going over your toes, pushing the ground away. Knees tightening, legs going over the toes. And pushing, legs tightening, knees going over the toes. And pushing the ground away. One more, legs tightening, knees going over the toes. Pushing the ground away. Push out. One more thing, and then we're gonna move right into our handstand and chakra. So I'm going to be leaning over. My knees are bent, and I'm gonna move this left arm on top of my right, and I'm gonna try and keep my hips facing forward. I'm twisting at the waist. Just gonna straighten up a little, and back down, and up. So it's kind of a twist right here, And can be big movement, can be very small. And twist. Legs. And twist. Legs. Other side. So I'm going to twist here. My hips are so nice and forward. Over. So this direction. And lengthening. And relax. Twisting here. Relax. Twisting. Relax. And twisting. Relax. I'm going to do that. One more. Okay. Good. Okay. Butterflies. We are going to be doing some of the things that if you've been with us from Merengue, these are exercises that we always come back to because they're kind of central to everything we do. So I want you to think about your shoulders and hips as a square. And you're going to take that square, you're going to give yourself a nice sturdy feet, but not too far apart. And you're going to take that square and slide it across a flat surface so it stays square, stays parallel to the ground. So it's over one leg, and we got that one leg, because we're stacked and square. Coming down, and I'm going to slide it back to the other leg. Should be stacked. That square is like a tower of blocks. Pick up your leg, losing your balance, and something is out of line. And I'm going to push it out of this one, moving our square back here, sliding across the flat surface, picking it up, down, and pushing the ground, slide that square back to the other leg. Balance and to neutral. Press into the ground to come back up. Okay, so we're gonna so in Latin social dance, instead of like a heel toe movement, it's taking a step and then shifting your weight forward. We usually step with our weight going straight over the leg we're stepping on, like ice skaters. They skate along and they're bringing the weight right over their legs so they don't fall. So this exercise, it's just like we're gonna be falling forward. So keeping your body straight and do normal. Fall right in that leg. And the next one is come forward, fall right. Fall leg. Leg, ground, and fall on your leg. Fall on your leg. Fall on your leg. Fall on your leg. Do you feel that exercise that your weight is going right over your leg? So eventually we're going to be stepping. We did a lot of merengue. If you like merengue, towards the end of the lives, there is always some of that dance there. Let's do the same thing to the side. We're going to be falling over, catching ourselves with our leg. Bring that together, and when we bring this one in, we need to step on this leg, but we're standing on it. So we're going to shift our square onto this leg, and then we'll fall over again. But we're going to keep our weight here because we're going to tap. And then we're going to fall on this leg and bring it in, shifting our weight so we can step again on this leg, keeping here to tap. Let's do that once more. Falling. Bring this one in, shifting onto it, and falling. Staying here to tap. And falling on this leg, bringing it in, shifting the weight onto it, falling, and tap. So eventually you're gonna have this kind of movement that your body is going right over your neck. That's what we're aiming for, but we're not worry too much about that now. We're just gonna dance. So I'm gonna do a review of what we've learned so far, and we're gonna add, if we were this for merengue, we practice this one every time. So it's like we're starting to rotate in a circle, right? As you rotate, you keep that square again. But we're going to take our square and start to rotate. We're going to leave this leg behind. We're going to take a step out, but we're bringing our entire square with us. So side brush, just kind of opening and closing the again. This stays in place, and our square starts to rotate. And back. Then we're just going to do it here and back because all this is in preparation for a stepping turn. And to do the stepping turn efficiently, we want to bring everything with us. So we'll be moving on to that. So just have a quick review of what we've learned so far. So left together, left tap, right, right together, right tap, left, left together, left tap, right, right, and going forwards and backwards, left, right, left, tap, right, left, right, tap, left, right, left, tap, right, left, right, tap, left, right, left, tap, and then we're gonna go step tap. Left, right, right tap, left tap, right, right tap, left tap, right, right tap, left tap, right. And we're gonna go to the side again, but this time we're gonna arms left together, left tap, right, right together, right tap, left together, left tap, right. And then let's bring our arms all the way up. Left together, left tap, right, right together, right tab, left together, left tab, right, right together, right tab, left. And then let's do half the basics. So just my left tab, right, left together with left tab, right. We're gonna stay here, and we're gonna open up that square, then we're stepping. We're gonna rotate, but leave this leg up. Just gonna do that a few times, and then we'll close the phrase. We'll call out to you. I'll start with my back to you. And then just walk right to the front. We're gonna start a slow pace, and then we're gonna pick it up. Right. Right. Wait. Wait. Speed up. Four steps. I'm looking like we all have steps. Go back. That's right. Right. This is just middle schools. Yeah, but basically, they will see for you. And yeah, let's do big guns. You're right in these. That's okay. Or what's supposed to do? That's if I have to move again, I'm gonna be like, You just said, yeah. All right, clarifies. I will let you get on with your day. Thank you so much for being here for trying this journey together. Tomorrow, maybe we'll meet up and have 100,000 party, dance a little. So my fireflies, my love going out to all of you, and have a beautiful day. Bye bye.